In the center of Europe lies one of the smallest but richest countries of the European Union, Luxembourg. But is it any good to start your business there? Let's talk about it now! Hi, I'm Oliver and welcome back to the channel AskMeStartup, where we talk about startups, small businesses and the world that surrounds them. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, pushing the notification bell so YouTube lets you know whenever we're uploading new content. If you're into startups, if you start a business, if you have a small business, please feel free to download our free startup checklist, link in the description below. Okay, today's topic, Luxembourg. Many of you might have never ever heard of Luxembourg. Maybe you've heard it in a different context in terms of the European jurisdiction, which is based in Luxembourg. But nonetheless, this country is so small that if you drive through, I think half an hour would be enough. It has roughly 800,000 inhabitants, but it is really located geographically very well in the center of Europe. Its neighboring countries would be Germany, France and Belgium. And together with the Netherlands and Belgium, it forms what is called the Benelux countries. What you should be aware about Luxembourg is it is one of the richest countries on the planet, which is kind of interesting if you look all its surrounding neighbors, which do not even match close their GDP per capita. Let's go into details. Now, the GDP of Luxembourg is roughly around $117,000 per capita. Just let that sink in. That is 30% more than the second one, which is Switzerland, one of the best places to start your business, which is 50% more than Germany or France, not mention any of the southern European nations there. So let that sink in and then start to realize, wow, why is that small country doing so well in terms of GDP per capita? Well, there are many factors that are important. Let's pull two. Number one, its geographic location. Due to its neighboring countries, it is used to speak multi-languages, which means that you can easily find people speaking German and French, and English is a very normal method of communication in this country. Then, secondly, you also have a foreigners part of the population which averages around 48%. So that means 48% of the people living in Luxembourg are non-Luxembourg. Wow, that is the highest rate among any European country you will ever find. But why is that? Which countries are you aware that actually reside in Luxembourg have the headquarters there? Well, that might be Amazon, which you might. So its European headquarters is in Luxembourg. RTL, one of the largest TV and news stations, is in Luxembourg. For those people, all of my visitors from India, welcome. ArcelorMittal actually has its headquarters in Luxembourg. So why is that? Why all these big, let's say, more or less famous companies are headquartered in Luxembourg? Very simple reason: taxes. Luxembourg has one of the most beneficial taxation systems on the planet. And it is trying to do so because it has a big disadvantage, which is its size. So the only way they can make up for it is make attractive tax laws or find other ways to encourage people to do business there. Now, that of course comes with a downside, which is it is really expensive to live. So a 1.5 room apartment in the city of Luxembourg will cost you around 1,500 euros a month, which is a lot, which is almost Swiss standards, I would say. But on this channel, we're really interested on what is it like to start a business there? Is it any good? So what we can say on the labor force, it is that you find an abundance of highly skilled laborers in Luxembourg, which is of course because they usually get paid higher salaries in this country. Hence, people are more likely to spend their time in the small country. Furthermore, Luxembourg really encourages businesses to come and stay there. I have had a look at the official websites from the Ministry of Economics, and I would say it is one of the best websites to go to if you want to start a business. It has in clear layouts what to do, how to help. They actually help you online on things to set up, like a business plan, like what is cash flow, all these things you can read through on the website from the government. What does that tell you? It tells you that they actually are aware how businesses really work. They're not just some bloody, governmental workers who are doing their 9 to 5 job and then have no idea about it. They really know their game, which is important, because if you are a startup entrepreneur, if you want to start a business there, you need someone on the other side, on the governmental side, who knows what you're talking about. And way too often, in many countries, Italy for instance, people have not the smallest clue about it, which is so frustrating. Nonetheless, let's go back to Luxembourg. So, how about visa requirements? Now, the sad thing is on that side, I have to say, is that they don't have a specific startup visa. What they do offer is a residency for people or business owners who are trying to start and run their business. However, it is not quite clear and very complicated on what should be the requirements to do so. But Luxembourg being a small country, if you are wealthy, you can also buy a golden visa there. So there are multiple ways to go to Luxembourg and reside there. But should you do so? Yes, because Luxembourg is in the center of the gravity of the European Union. Hence, it is very short driving distance to France, to Germany, and to northern European countries, which are all wealthy, which build up the hugest part of the European market. But so for which industries would I recommend to go there? That's a tricky question, but I can say that anything that is related to media, anything related to fintech, anything related to trade is actually pretty well resided in Luxembourg, and you will find your good partners for any development just around the corner in Germany without having to pay those insane taxes in Germany or France. Alright everybody, I hope this was helpful for you for this very short introduction into Luxembourg, one of the richest countries on the planet. Just leave a comment, smash the like button, and I'm gonna see you on the next video. Bye!